Again, my name's John Weller, if you don't know me. Today I'm going to talk about consumer experience and why it beats everything and everyone. So for those that don't know me, I know a lot of you in here. I'm the Chief Innovation Officer here at FloorForce. I grew up in the flooring industry, like many of you. My father was an executive at Bigelow Carpets for 25 years. I got to go inside the plant. I got to see how they designed carpet, the inspirations, the passion and the drive that went into it, and then how that would go out into the marketplace and consumers would appreciate it. So I grew up in the industry. I worked at One to Weave with David Holt, World Carpets, and spent 10 years at Mohawk on the manufacturing side. In 2011, I had a conversation with Mark Loberbaum about the internet. And we both agreed that the internet was here to stay and it was going to have a definitive impact on the flooring industry, specifically independent retailers. It was becoming obvious that this is where consumers were going to go and shop, and it was going to be really important that independent retailers had a platform to get in front of the consumer on the internet. So we founded FloorForce in 2011 in that garage that you see there. Fun fact about that garage, we shared a graphic design studio with Ariana Grande's father. He ended up to be our first creative director. On that wall in that room, that was actually the expansion of our office. That was the nice side of the office. We were so shocked that we could actually build websites, both of us being flooring guys, that we stuck the homepage of every single website that we built on the wall. In awe, we would look at that every day and go, wow, we did this. I'm really grateful to have you guys here and that you trusted us along this journey. Congratulations. You guys made it to the future. You really did. For 10 years, we've been talking about the future. Get ready for the future. You better be ready for the future. Get your stores ready because the future is coming. It's here. And you all made it. Congratulations. And that means a lot. Like a lot of you guys made it through the Great Recession. You made it through COVID. And I know a lot of you. I know your stories. You're tenacious. You're driven. You're determined. And you're here. Congratulations. So one of the things that has changed, and I say this is the future, is the adoption of technology is no longer a choice that people are making. It's just how we do things, right? 10 years ago, you had to make a choice. And technology was being launched, and geeks, people that were really technology-driven people, would buy the latest device, download the latest app, and learn how to use it. Today, it's just what we do when we do everything. And I'll give you a few examples of what I'm talking about. So I like to play chess. I really like to play chess. And my chess game, probably I would play 5 to 6 times a year. And I really like it. And the reason that was, to play a game of chess, you have to find somebody else, first of all, that likes to play chess. The second thing is, it's no fun to play with somebody who's worse than you or way better. So you have to find somebody about your level, or it's not that enjoyable. You have to have the board, you have to have the pieces, you have to have the time to get that game going. So in my entire life, something that I really loved, I probably did 25 times for the first 45 years of my life. In the last 5 years, I've played a few thousand times with people at least at my level or better. Because the chess app, which I downloaded 5 years ago, will match you up based on machine learning and an algorithm that watches you play online to find people all over the world that are ready to play the second you are. Whether that's 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, whatever time that is. What's really cool about it is they also have an algorithm that watches you play and then gives you personalized lessons how you can improve your game if you had done this, and you can actually replay the game starting from the point you made a mistake, and it will coach you on how to improve your game. A lot of us don't even think about these things, but that's pretty amazing. I'll bring up Robinhood. That's an app that's an online brokerage. So 10 million people a month are downloading this app and trading stocks. And I bring it up because my son, who's in this audience, has never been to a brokerage. He never has gone in and personally gone into a brokerage. He's never learned from a teacher anything about trading stocks. But this year he's put $100,000 in his bank account trading stocks and options, and he can talk to anybody in this room or anybody in the financial world about these things on a very, very high level. But think about if he had had to go to a brokerage and open up an account and learn these things. It may have never happened. Zillow. Think about how long it would take you in the past to list your home and get it in front of 10,000 people looking for a home in your zip code, to show them the inside of your house, and to find the right buyer for your home. How long would that have taken in the past? The answer is it would have never happened. But today it happens instantly. All these things are things that we take for granted, or I don't know if we do. I don't. I look at them, but it just becomes part of our life. Zoom is probably the biggest example. When the pandemic hit, our company went 100% remote. And I honestly thought inside, well, there goes productivity. There goes the company culture. Like, how can this possibly work? Well, here we are 2 years later, and I can tell you, productivity is through the roof. It's at the highest it's ever been. The culture of the company is better than it's ever been. I know some of the people that I work with better than I ever have before because I'm inside their house every single day. I can tell you what their furniture looks like, what their pets look like, what their boyfriends, girlfriends, everything. Everybody's in there, and we're all getting to know each other. But it's just an example that we're at a place where technology's been consumerized. So anybody can use it, and everybody is using it. Your customers are using it. So what does that mean for us? What's next? If that's the way it is today, what is next? These things are going to get smarter, faster, and personalized. The difference is going to be, they're going to be experiences. I've been saying for 10 years, you need to make your marketing personal. Most of you guys are small businesses. You've got a legacy story that you can tell. You can talk about your expertise and know your expertise in the market to provide flooring to the people in that market. That's very appealing to someone buying flooring versus going into a box store and getting the guy that sells hammers to tell you what you should put in your home. But I can tell you that personalized marketing today is not enough. Because getting people's attention and saying hello, you're fighting now with way more people. Just a quick fact, at FloorForce for the last decade, you retailers asked us to put about 250 manufacturers on your websites. And that's pretty much where it's been for the last decade. In the last 24 months, we've now had 600 different manufacturers be requested to put on your websites. That's how many new suppliers there are in the market. That is what the consumer is wading through every single day online and trying to make sense of the world out there, the flooring world. So what I'm going to tell you is we've got to fix this user experience, where it's going. Artificial intelligence is in every one of those apps that I was talking about. Machine learning is in those apps. Augmented reality and virtual reality are in a lot of different things today. And what they're going to start doing is taking you from getting your attention to actually giving you an experience. And that's who's going to win. The person who gives the best experience. And it's happening every day. So part of personalization is curation. And this is a really cool example of it. There was a study run at Stanford University, actually with Stanford students and some Cambridge students, or Columbia students, that ran this test in a local grocery store that had a lot of traffic. So they set up a table, and on one of the tables, there were 24 jars of jam, and a person behind there that was like a jam expert and would be explaining what these things were, let people taste them. And out of 1,000 people that walked in to that local grocery store, 60%, 600 of them engaged with that table. 3% of them bought jam. Same place, same table, next 1,000 people, they had 6 jars of jam. And a person explaining what these jars represented and the product. Only 40%, 400 people, engaged with the table. But 10 times the amount of people purchased. I can just tell you that consumers want today and expect you to curate the selection. You're the expert, not them. Why should they wade through 600 manufacturers and try to figure out what's right for them? And if we continue to let that happen, someone else is going to write the script. So another example of this is in the grocery store. And again, I wasn't even familiar with this study. Todd actually sent me a tweet done by some students that actually did this. It was by PNC Bank. But this is really interesting. So if you look at this, it's a study on sales per square foot inside grocery stores. The number one store with sales per square foot is Trader Joe's. What's interesting about Trader Joe's? They have the lowest selection of any of those grocery stores you see there. What's also interesting about Trader Joe's, 80% of their products are private labeled. What's also interesting about Trader Joe's, everything's color-coded. And one of the key features of that store, if you've ever been in one in your local market, you'll notice up on the walls and around you, they pay homage to the city that they're in. So they'll have pictures of Sarasota and say, "Welcome to Sarasota," and they really imply and give you the feeling of this local company and that they've tailored the experience for you. So again, this is just another great example. So what does that mean for you? This is what it means. Your customers are already here. They prefer a digital-first, simplified experience. It's just a new way of shopping, and this is what they expect. Can you imagine buying a banana, and you've got this great experience, but we're asking them to buy $10,000 worth of floors and wade through our sea of chaos and expect them to think that's a great experience. Providing one of these, a simplified experience, will increase your efficiency. It allows you to have a consumer shopping and learning and engaging with you 24/7, which is what every consumer prefers. It's been proven to increase sales, customer satisfaction, profit. And at the end of the day, the most important thing, I hope, to you guys is the valuation of your company, because if you can produce something that can sustainably work even when you're not open, the value of your business substantially rises. And not providing one, I think we all know what happens. But today it's more important than ever. So, I want to show you a little video that I wrote the script on, so don't laugh at this video. Jeff directed it, and we did this on a shoestring budget. But I think this video shows you, this is what we're working on today in the background, but this is the user experience. And I want you guys to let me know real feedback when this is over, with just a little bit of applause or a boo, if this actually tells you what we're building. But this is the video, this is what we're working on.
Meet Tara. She and Jay just bought their first home and need new floors installed. Tara begins her shopping journey after dinner by searching for flooring stores in the area on her laptop. She sees several links on the results page, including paid search ads, organic links, Google Map listings, and clicks on a few of the websites. Most of the sites look professional, feature attractive flooring images, and are running promotions. Jared's flooring looks okay, has consumer reviews, but there's no option to communicate online. The box store sites all look great, have promotions, but none of them feature consumer reviews about their actual installations. Katie's Flooring Store is a 4-4's premium website. It's professionally designed, has a promotion, showcases consumer reviews, offers web-to-text communication, product visualization, and online sample ordering. Tara spends time on 12 different websites during her initial search. Jared's flooring is really close to her home and has good reviews. However, because it is after store hours and they do not have a chat feature or a product catalog on their website, she decides to continue her online search. Tara returns to Katie's Flooring Store's website. As she begins looking at products, she sees the See in My Room button and Order a Sample button on many of the products she is interested in. Tara is amazed that she can see the products in her actual rooms. She excitedly shows her husband, Jay, who faints when she shows him this technology. Since Tara and Jay both work, Tara is excited that she can shop for products, see them in the room she is decorating, and order samples all without taking time off or needing someone to take care of her children. After several visits to Katie's flooring website, Tara has found 3 products that she is interested in and orders the samples directly from the website. She immediately gets an automatic notification on her phone that her samples are ordered, and she will be notified of the tracking and delivery information. A few minutes later, Ben, the retail sales associate at Katie's Flooring Company, receives an automated notification that Tara has ordered 3 samples. Later in the day, Tara visits Facebook to see what her friends are up to and sees an ad for the brand of flooring she has just ordered samples of on Katie's website. At this point, Tara has decided it is much easier to shop with Katie's Flooring Store and has decided not to call Jared's store. A few days later, Tara gets a notification that her samples have been delivered. After returning home from work, Tara excitedly opens the sample box and shows Jay the sample she picked out. Jay really likes one of the samples, but would like to see a larger sample. Ben, the retail sales associate at Katie's Flooring Store, has also been notified that the samples have been delivered and calls Tara to get her feedback. When Ben calls, Tara asks if it is possible to see the product that she and Jay are interested in a larger sample. Ben spends a little time complimenting Tara on her great selection of products and schedules time for Tara and Jay to visit the store. Ben also informs Tara that because she saved her shopping session on her website, she can use the same pictures for visualization on a large screen kiosk while looking at the large format samples in the showroom. Upon hearing this, Jay, once again, faints. During this process, Tara has been retargeted by an ad on Facebook by the box stores. Tara returns to their site, and though they are offering free labor and enticing financing options, Tara does not want to start the process all over again. Unfortunately, when Tara and Jay arrive at the showroom, they are told that Ben had won the lottery and no longer worked there. Fortunately, Ryan, the new RSA, was able to quickly log into Dealer HQ and see every chat, email, sample order, and phone call between Tara and Ben. Tara complimented Ryan on how he was able to pick up right where Ben left off before winning the lottery, quitting his job, and moving to Bali. Ryan did a great job showcasing the products with Tara and Jay using the kiosk and saved their session so they could review it later. Tara and Jay are thoroughly impressed with the entire process, from the initial search, using the visualizer, ordering samples online, the in-store experience, the notifications, and follow-up throughout the entire process. Tara and Jay love their new floors. Once their invoice was paid, they received an automated thank you letter and a request for an online review. Happily, they leave their review on Google. Once published, the FloorForce system automatically pushes it to the review feed on Katie's Flooring website. Because Katie's Flooring Store uses a FloorForce premium website, she has simplified the shopping experience for her customers. At the same time, she's empowered her sales staff to be more efficient and professional while delivering an incredible consumer experience. Katie's Flooring Store is now closing more sales and generating more referrals than ever before. Katie and her staff couldn't be happier. Previously, they had to log into 5 different places to turn a lead into a sale. With the seamless integration between her FloorForce website, Dealer HQ, retail lead management, and ERP, Katie and her team can do it all from one place. They are able to keep track of every opportunity, instantly turn leads into quotes, turn quotes into invoices, and get paid. This is digital retailing for the flooring industry. Simplify your store with FloorForce.
What do you think? No one hated it? That's good. Okay, so that is what we're working on. That's a lot. It looks like a really seamless, simple user experience, and it is. But behind the scenes, it's very, very tough and difficult to pull that off. A lot of you have some of these features already on your website in different forms and fashion. But pulling it all together and giving the consumer the user experience and that your sales team can rely on is going to take work on all our parts. But it's what we're working on. We're really excited about it. And we're going to add even more pieces of that puzzle today you'll hear about later. So I got a question for you all. Did you guys come here to learn to grow your business or just to catch some rays? I'm just curious about the mindset. If you're here to grow your business and you're going to stick around for a couple more years running your flooring store, it's really important that you listen to what I'm saying to you right now. I'm going to ask you, if you could turn back time, would you invest in these three companies? Google, Apple, Amazon. If you invested in Google 10 years ago, there was an 802% return. If you invested in Apple 10 years ago, 1,062% return. Amazon, 1,696% return. If you invested in Amazon 25 years ago, $1,000 would be worth $2 million today. How many of you would have done that if you would have known? That would pay for Amazon Prime membership for the next 16,806 years. You'd be covered. I can tell you this. It's been a long journey. We wouldn't be here without you. We've invested a lot of money. We have a fresh round of $40 million to continue to build out the experience for the consumer. And again, when we're building something for the consumer, we really have to do two things. We have to build the consumer-facing experience, but then we need to build the tools for you guys to support that experience. And I know it's hard. You're running a business. So when we talk about these things, you guys are like, yeah, that sounds great, but you don't understand what we're doing behind the scenes. Yes, we do. We do. But I think we're getting to a place where we're building software and solutions that are going to be intuitive enough that the training and the learning curve will be very, very small. And again, you have a chance to do something that those companies did. Those companies just changed the user experience. They just changed the user experience of buying toilet paper. They changed the user experience of advertising. They changed the user experience of buying a computer and made it easier. You have an opportunity to make the consumer journey in your local market easier and better than anybody else in the market. Nobody else has the technology or a company like this supporting them to do what you want to do and to grow your company. So you have a chance to rewrite your future, and I hope you do. Thank you very much.